Hey guys, what is up? Damien here, and I'm bringing you some possibly leaked information regarding zombies in the future DLC for Black Ops 3. So this information is coming from the Long Sensation, who many of you may have seen or heard about in the community for past leaks on Black Ops 3 and all Call of Duty related DLC. So what he is saying in this leak, which we also have to take with a grain of salt because anything related to leaks, and he has also had stuff right in the past, but he's also had a bunch of stuff wrong, so we're going to have to take this as a grain of salt, especially due to the secretive nature by Treyarch, especially from the Zombies team. The Zombies team does not like to leak anything about characters, zombie maps, possible Easter eggs, or Easter eggs in general. They do not like to talk about that stuff, so they will keep it on a tight leash. So he starts out by saying how he's going through one person only, and this one person also made it a major leak before Black Ops 3 came out that I covered, and I'll put in the description so you can check that out, see how much truthness was brought from that leak. So they say that they're going through this one person, and they got a lot of things wrong about the major leak before Black Ops 3, but they got a couple things right about Shadows of Evil, and they said that the things that they got wrong may come in future DLC or may not have made the final cut for the game, and we'll have to wait and see. So they start out by talking about a possible Easter egg step or objective for Der Eisentrack. So they say that we're going to have to connect lightning connectors to bring to life a creature who resembles Frankenstein, who is similar to the Giant from Buried and the Civil Protector from Shadows of Evil. There's no background of how this creature came to existence, but it's believed that it was due to element 115 and the large supply that is underneath the castle and around surrounding villages on this map. So we're going to have to see how this plays out, because we know that the Civil Protector doesn't really pertain to the Easter egg as much as the Giant did from Buried. The Civil Protector mainly just helped kill a lot of zombies, which maybe this Frankenstein will do, but if it was believed to be created by 115, this would be a whole new different kind of companion that we get to play with. So it would definitely have to pertain to the Easter egg if this creature is indeed going to be in Der Eisentrack. So the other piece of information for this map is the Wonder Weapon. They believe that it's going to be a flamethrower. I'm trying to figure out if this would make sense for a flamethrower. I guess I could see that brings a different element to the gun. We've had Thunder Gun, we have had the Wave Gun, so bringing fire for a Wonder Weapon completely makes sense. I could see them bringing a new Wonder Weapon that's basically surrounded by killing zombies. The only things that stand in my mind of why they would never do this is because the flamethrower was overpowered in World at War. As many know, you could run circles on Notchdare and Toten, and you could use this flamethrower, which didn't have ammo, but it could just heat out like the Death Machine does if you use it too long. And there's also Blast Furnace, which practically can be used as a flamethrower in my opinion. But maybe they are planning on bringing different second pack-a-punch effects, so maybe they will not be returning to or maybe Blast Furnace will not be returning at all. Maybe they'll have different double pack-a-punch effects. So the next thing that they cover is in the major leak that they made before Black Ops 3 was released. They said there was going to be 4 zombie maps at release. They're saying that these maps got pushed back, so that's why there's only 2 at release. And they're saying that one of the maps that they covered will definitely be coming in the future, and that map was placed in Egypt. So they're feeling that this map is going to be back because it definitely complemented Shadows of Evil to the rituals and such in the map, and will be constantly changing with different passages and secret tombs in each game to bring a different experience while playing. So each game will not feel the same. It will be different because it will kind of be like Shangri-La, I would feel, where the perk machines just didn't realign. So it's going to be way more drastically different than just the perk machines moving. It's going to be a completely different map every time you play, or maybe every couple times you play. So it's going to be interesting to see if that map actually comes. It would make sense for a possible DLC, because I know how they loved Shadows of Evil, because that was made by the campaign team. So it'd be interesting to see if they could possibly complement that map. Another thing he goes over is the Ray Gun Mark III. He talked about that in the major league that was before Black Ops 3. He talked about this ray gun coming right when the game came out, but now he says that they have pushed it back to future DLC, and it may come in either map pack 2 or 3 later on in the year. He goes over to talk about how Treyarch is constantly listening to the community and is possibly going to bring a strict zombies only DLC map pack as the 4th map pack in the installment for Black Ops 3. The possible maps that have been listed as possibly being remade are Mob of the Dead, Ascension, Moon, and Origins. They feel that they want to bring back our old zombies experience because they know how much we loved it, but they know how much that we love the new one too. So they want to stick with that as and realize or see how the community feels about possibly bringing back old maps. And these are some great maps that were noted and could possibly make a return. One more thing I want to go over is it doesn't really touch the leak as much as it does what the Zombies team is currently doing with Horizon Track. So the original leak that this guy made before Black Ops 3 came out listed that there would be 4 Zombies maps at release, which it made sense. It could have happened because there was a 3-year gap between Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3, which is the longest for any Call of Duty, because it used to be just Infinity Ward and Treyarch, and now it's Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, Treyarch. So now there's another year in the gap of when and who makes the Call of Duties. So it would have made sense to bring more than just a standard 2 zombie maps plus Dead Ops Arcade, because Black Ops 1 started out with Kino der Toten 5, and it also came with the remade maps, Der Reese, Shenonoma, Nach der Toten, and Verrucht. So those were all remade. So there was practically like 5 or 6 to 7 maps if you count Dead Ops Arcade being remade, or Dead Ops Arcade coming for the first time in Black Ops. And then Black Ops 2 came out with Transit, which is one of the biggest maps. So it's really confusing of how there was only the Giant, and the fact that the campaign team made Shadows of Evil. So the Zombies team has been working on 3 years on only the Giant, which was actually a remake of Der Reese. So it doesn't just needs a lot of touching up, and it's made. It doesn't make sense that the Zombies team has only been working on that for the last couple of years. So maybe they've been hard at work making Horizon Track possibly the biggest map of all time, or maybe they've been remaking other Zombies maps, such as the ones noted, which are Moon, Origins, Ascension, Mob of the Dead, which make the most sense. The only map that poses something to me is Mob of the Dead, because it has the cast that are real people, so they use that map. I couldn't see that one coming back. And Origins is also another one that poses target, because they have the song by Avenged Sevenfold in it. Because all these maps are primed to come back. Like, even though Origins has the Avenged Sevenfold in it, I could see why they'd bring it back, because it was such a great map, and they have to bring back a map like that to Black Ops 3 because it was so big to the storyline, and we're going to try and explain that storyline in the Black Ops 3 DLC to see what's going on with Samantha and everything in her head and everything in the real world. So I could see why they'd bring that map back. Mob of the Dead, it was such a great fan experience. It was made by the campaign team, so that one's a little off in my head. I see that Call of the Dead was not added. I could see why, because that had such a major cast, and it also had Avenged Sevenfold inside of, or an Avenged Sevenfold song within it. So that song, or the fact that that map isn't noted and it was such a great map, it makes sense to me. I would have thought that would have been put in place of Mob of the Dead. But all 4 of those maps are the maps that makes the most sense to return. So it just doesn't make sense. Leave in the comments below what you guys think the Zombies team has possibly been doing these last 3 years, just besides the Giant, because they didn't make Shadows of Evil. Keep in mind, the campaign team made Shadows of Evil, and they also made Mob of the Dead. So it doesn't make any sense that they only made the Giant. They had to have been making either Horizon Track and future DLC will be huge maps that have complicated Easter eggs, just like Origins did, or maybe they've been remaking these maps, Mob of the Dead, Ascension, Moon, and Origins, which would be great. So please subscribe so I can keep you guys up to date with this leaked information, the Easter eggs that are going to come, and future DLC. I can't wait to bring all this Easter egg information for Horizon Track within the first couple days that is released. I hope that it's a good one. I hope it's hard, because it's going to take a couple days to find this one. I hope it's one of those experiences that I had with Origins, where we were able to find some of the information first out of all the YouTube commentators that went at that grind for the basically 3 days that it took to find that Easter egg. That was one of the best to find. So I hope that they make it just like that. So please subscribe, like, and comment what you guys think of this leaked information, if it's real, and if it's not even real, what truthness you want to come real because of it. So see you guys.